Good morning, ladies. My name is Andrea Valdez, and I am one of the coaches that will be helping you in your journey this week. And I just wanted to welcome you all, along with my other coaches. We are very happy to have you all here participating in this 5 day clean eating challenge. So, what I wanted to do, I want to introduce, myself and also welcome you, like I said a little earlier, and also talk about meal prepping. So, what is meal prepping? Well, meal prepping is, like I said, like the word is, you prepare yourself ahead for your week. This is something that I've been doing for quite some time now. And let me tell you, it works perfectly for me. I am a stay at home mom right now. I do work my business from home. And I can honestly say that even though when I was working full time and then I was able to stay at home with my baby, I'm a mother of two boys, by the way, one 8 year old and one year old. So since I was able to stay home, I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna continue preparing my meals. If I get some of you who are moms, you already know how demanding it is to have a little one. So for me, I stick to my eating every 3 hours, like it should be to maintain your metabolism going, and on smaller portions, of course. And that's what helps me stay on track. And not only stay on track, avoid temptations. I have to searching for something else that I'm not supposed to eat. And for example, for you guys who worked and when I was working full time, it kept me saving my money. Why? Because I didn't feel, I had everything in my lunch bag, so I didn't have to go outside or order out. I always was able to reach out to my lunch bag and get whatever I had for my entire day in there. So I just wanted to share a little bit of what meal prep is. And I just want to start with how do we meal prep? Basically, this is what I do every Monday. Today is my meal prep day. So this is my meat that was pre-seasoned in order to save time and just make meal prep much easier. So what do I do? The day before I meal prep. So yesterday morning, I got up. I pulled my meat out the night before so it could defrost, and then I just I took I got up in the morning, I got ready, and I just seasoned my meat. And what does that do? I in my case, I love to have my meat with flavor. So I make sure that I season it the day before so I could just, use my time wisely the next day. So it takes me around 2 hours, 3 hours, depending on what I make for the week. So these are the meats that I selected for this week. My lunches and dinners are going to be, I'm sorry, here we go, tilapia and also chicken. Okay, so I pre-season them, like I said yesterday. And you will say, so how would I know how much is good for me? I don't know if you all received a picture of quantities by color. And protein should be 3/4 of a cup, or for me, 4 ounces. So when I get a chicken breast, please, when you go to the supermarket, don't go for the chicken that you see that has the biggest chicken breast, so you could get more meat for less money. Let me tell you one thing. The breast is the best part because it has less fat, but also could have a lot of hormones. So make sure that when you choose your meat, it says hormones and all that stuff free, grass fed, and all that stuff. Why? Because you feeding yourself with what they're getting. So if you adding this chicken to your body that is like huge, that looks like a freaking, I'm sorry, like almost like the size of a turkey, no, don't go for that. That's pure hormones that you're putting in your body. And then you wonder why you gaining weight, your body's, gaining weight in places that you didn't even know that you could. That's because you're adding hormones to your body. So don't do that. Go for the chicken that you see that is it's fed, grass fed. It says on mine's. I always make sure that I get it like that, and that it has no percent, like no added things, no hormones, none of that. I check that, and that's what I do. So those chicken breasts, I buy them by the pack, and I actually I don't have to pre-pack them because they already come that way. So it's two per pack. I get them at BJ's, by the way, and one chicken breast, I cut it in half. So this is the quantity that you will get. So that's around 4 ounces. Yeah, 4 ounces of chicken there. So that's my portion of protein in each meal that you are going to see. The same thing applies to the fish. Tilapia, more than likely, there's some of them who are really big, but once you cook them, they get reduced. So one entire piece of tilapia is okay. And for steak, for example, if you eat red meat, get the lean cuts. Lean cuts. Extra lean. Has to be 93% and above. If you get ground beef or ground chicken or ground turkey, it has to be lean. 93% and above. So make sure you keep that in mind. These are the containers that I use for my meal prep. They are perfect. You get this. I buy these at Amazon. You get a pack of 12 for less than $20, which is pretty amazing. And like I said, this is everything. You get your portions perfectly done in here. So for me, this is important. So in this plate, you will see this biggest part should be your veggies. Then here you should put your carbs and your protein. So how do you measure that? Well, I wanted to come here and talk about measurements. So it talks about, it says that we should have 1.25 cups of veggies and fruit. So this is what it is. 1 cup and 1/4. There you go. So if you don't have measurement thing, it's something to measure with, get these. These are everything. 1 cup and 1/4 of fruit and veggies. So that's what's gonna go, if it's for veggies, in here, this quantity in here. And then if you're going to have carbs, this 1/2 cup should be the amount of your carbs in here, okay? And if it's protein, it says 3/4. So 3/4 is around a cup, very close to a cup. And you should have that amount in here. So, or like I said, if you have around 4 ounces, like I showed you, then you use that instead and you put it in your plate. So the next thing would be teaspoons. So for example, healthy fats. Healthy fats are avocados, butters, like peanut butter, almond butter. Also, you get almonds, pistachios, peanuts, cashews, walnuts. All those things are good fats. So these good fats should be measured with this. 1/4 cup is what you should be having. But you see that you get oils, right? So coconut oil and extra virgin oil are the ones that are recommended. And you should have 1 teaspoon when you cook with it. Don't go over. So if you have a salad dressing, it says 2 teaspoons, so then don't go over that. Or I recommend 1. I don't use too much oil. And for me, 1 teaspoon makes it does it for me. So it's just my choice. And what are the seasonings that I use to season my meat? This is it. Well, I add lime and lemon to these, but I also use sea salt to season my meat, and also herbs like this. All kinds of herbs are good. All kinds of spices. All that is great. So I get this. I have this Italian blend that I use, and it's perfect. I recommend these, Mrs. Dash. They are like adobo, but it's not it's not gonna harm you. They are natural. They have no salt, no added ingredients, so it keeps it tasty. And then the salt level, you have to keep it on the low. Don't go too crazy on it. And you sprinkle salt. This is sea salt, but I also highly recommend Himalayan salt. This is pink Himalayan salt. Okay, this one I pretty much use when I eat my salads and for a lot of things as well. And it's exactly the same as regular salt or sea salt, but this one has minerals. That's why it's best to use this one. To me, it lasts me so long. And coconut spray, I use it for mostly everything. I love this. So I highly recommend for coconut spray. And this is another Mistress Dash. They have a whole bunch of flavors, so you choose whatever you like. And the coconut oil is what I cook with. This is extra virgin. As you can see, this is a paste. So when you use it, if you use this, 1 teaspoon, it would be more than good enough. Why we always recommend coconut oil? Why you hear so much about coconut oil? Why? Because it's the best oil to cook with and to consume. This is the only oil that when you heat it up, it doesn't lose its value. All oils do. Even extra virgin oil, for a lot of people who think that extra virgin oil is the best. No, extra virgin oil is good, but this is the best. More than likely, the way I use extra virgin oil is only for my dressings, but everything else is coconut oil. Because when I cook with this, my healthy fat stays healthy. It doesn't go bad. You know, the reason why a lot of people gain weight is because when they use regular oil or any type of oil, it turns into saturated fat. And that's what's you're going to retain in your body. That's why it's not recommended. So that's why we recommend coconut oil. It's very, very healthy. And like I said, it does not store in your body as a bad fat or saturated. It stays, you know, you eliminate it, which is the most important part of the process. And the girls, oh, so can I have coffee? Yes, you can, but do not use sugar. What I recommend is for you guys to use agave nectar. They sell it anywhere at this point. And it's healthier, it's sweet, it doesn't taste weird. Or you could use stevia sugar, but do not use no white sugar. Stay away from that. I mean, stay away from that. Or any kind of sugar. Brown sugar is also not healthy. It's also processed. So I don't use that. And like I said, try to use this to sweeten it. I personally don't sweeten my coffee anymore. I'm used to having it with no sugar because it's all about creating habits. At the beginning, it was difficult for me because I was used to having it sweet, but I no longer care because I've been drinking it that way. So basically, this is what meal prep is about. I will be sharing later my meal prep for the week, and you guys will see my meals that I'll be having throughout the week. I highly, like I said, recommend to do your meal prepping ahead of time, and this will save you so much time throughout the week. It will not make your life complicated. Like I said, it will save you money, and it will keep you on track, which is the most important part. Okay, so I hope this helps. And it was great to share this video with all of you. It's a little long, but I had to break everything down so you guys can understand. And I hope you all have a great week. I cannot wait to see what you guys have to share with us. And like I said, let's get going, girls. You're going to rock this. Bye.